you've got a house, you've probably got a roof. And if you've got a roof, you've probably got gutters. And if you have those things, you have the beginnings of what you need to catch any rainwater that falls on that roof. So that's free water, free usable water, and free money. So let's talk about rainwater harvesting. But before we do, I'd actually like to talk about a few things that make for a good rainwater barrel in the first place, so that whatever you install, you make sure it's going to function properly, it's going to produce good, clean water for you and your family. So the first thing to say is that make sure you have a nice, clean barrel, one that's never held toxic chemicals in the past or anything like that, because you don't want to contaminate your water. The best thing to do actually is just to buy a new barrel, and a new food-grade barrel is even better. So that's what we have here at TreeHouse. The next thing to say is it ought to have a screen or some kind of filter up on top. That'll keep out number one, debris, and number two, insects from kind of getting into the water. Another nice feature to have is this overflow valve. So if the barrel ever fills up, it doesn't sort of pull here on top and create like another opportunity for stagnant water for insects to lay eggs and things like that. So screen, overflow valve. The next feature that's really nice to have is the barrel or the catchment container to be up on a stand. This does two things. Number one, the elevation creates pressure in the barrel so that when you hook your water hose up to the spigot, you actually have water that'll flow out and you can use it around the yard and things like that. The other thing this allows is for you to tap the barrel on the bottom. This reduces the buildup of contaminants and particles and things like that on the bottom and kind of keeps it flushing through continually, so it keeps your water nice and clean. So once you've got all those things, you might also think about adding a water pump. This one's a Rain Perfect system. It's a solar-powered water pump, so it uses no extra electricity. But again, let's just make sure that you can use long water hoses, make sure you can use it all over the yard, including uphill. But whatever, once you've settled on your container and you've got all the things you need, you're ready to install your rainwater barrel. So let's talk about how that would happen. The first thing to do is to locate a downspout on your house. These come in all shapes and sizes. So it's that pipe that you've seen that usually comes down right off the house. So wherever you've got a downspout, it's the easiest place to install a rainwater barrel. Make sure it's a place that you are happy having a rainwater barrel, whether it's the side of the house, out in front of the house to show your friends, or in the back near the garden, up to you. The next thing to do is to prepare the site. So you want to make sure it's nice and level so that when the barrel is full of water and heavy, it won't tip over and fall. So make sure it's nice and level. You can dig it out, you can bring in dirt, whatever you need to do. And actually a lot of people like to bring in concrete blocks or cinder blocks. That gives it some extra stability and then gives it extra elevation for extra pressure. So you found your downspout, you've leveled your site, you got the right rainwater barrel, time to bring it in. So you situate your rainwater barrel right under where your downspout is, so that when you cut and attach the downspout, it's going to come right into the barrel. So you take your downspout, and it doesn't matter if it's straight or curved or whatever you need to do. It should already be attached, or if you need to reattach it, you cut it to length, reattach it, make sure it's coming out right over the barrel, and the next time it rains, you're ready to catch lots of free water that you can use for all the non-potable needs around the house, from watering the lawn and the grass to the garden, washing your pets, washing your car, whatever you need. Any non-potable need, you're ready to go. Who knew installing a rainwater barrel could be so simple?